What's going on, guys? Ar15 coming at you guys with another one here. Unfortunately, I have some very sad news. I decided to give up on YouTube. I just don't see a point in it no more, and I decided to go another route. I'm gonna start selling feed pics on Feed Finder. So if you'd like to purchase some feed pictures, let me know. I'll send you over to the link so you could purchase some of my content. But anyways, just joking. Obviously, I'm not doing that. However, wouldn't be a bad idea to rack up a few bucks so I could buy a 308 battle rifle that I've been wanting. But I don't know. I don't know. Totally kidding. Anyways, let's move on. I've been away from uploading any kind of footage recently because I just been kind of busy with life, busy with work, family, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I was cleaning out my safe today and I decided, hey, you know what? I think I got some spare time in my hands today and on my hands. So let me upload a footage. Well, not footage, a video of something that I've been thinking about for some time, and that would be how to set up an AR-15 style rifle for a home defense application. I know there's a lot of people out there that are new to the platform, and they've recently might have purchased like their first AR, and that's great. Learn how to use it, learn how to clean it, how to clear malfunctions, get out there, get a lot of training if you can. If not, just go use it. Honestly, go to the range, put some rounds down range, and you only get better. Once you see how it works and everything, it'll definitely be very good for you to know, because that will help you fine tune your rifle if you want to change anything out and that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's one thing I did when I first got my first rifle. I kind of just went on YouTube and looked up videos on how to do different things, like how to clean it, how to take it apart, how to add new parts to it, that kind of stuff. So I like to think that I have a pretty decent amount of experience behind me, and I've put these things together. I know how to put a lower together, an upper, all that good stuff. So hopefully this piece of advice here helps those of you that are kind of looking to put together a home defense rifle, in this case an AR style rifle. And yeah, if you like what you see, please comment, like, and subscribe. It would really help me out a lot. So yeah. Well, anyways, I'll go over one of the rifles that I have here in front of me, why I set it the way I do, and hopefully this helps. Hopefully it helps you get a better idea of how to set up a rifle. So here is what I like to call my M4A1 clone. It's not clone correct, obviously, but it has the look, And I've used some pretty decent parts on this guy, so I like to think that it's a pretty decent build in my opinion. But anyways, before I continue, let's make sure the gun's clear. Remove the mag. By the way, the mag's a 10-round mag. It spins 10 rounds, so California for you, yeah. And I have a finger grip on here, so in case you're wondering, yeah. All right, check the chamber, nothing's in there, it's good to go, safety's on. This gun is safe. Ring notification, all right, we're good, just a cat, sweet. So, if you could see this rifle here, there's some things on here that you're probably wondering, why does she have those things on there, Again, this is more for like the new AR owners, hopefully this helps you a lot. In my opinion, a good home defense rifle needs to have some mandatory things on there, First thing is a decent optic, gotta have a sling, definitely gotta have a light, and definitely gotta have some kind of backup sights, you know what I mean? In the event that your optic fails, you're definitely gonna be able to still be able to aim. So if you have a set of backup sights, if your optic goes down, you could definitely engage them, and you have your light to be able to identify what you're shooting at. God forbid you ever run into that situation. But yeah. So the point of the sling, if you find yourself in a situation like that, and you have to move your family around and move things around, you definitely want to have a sling on your rifle because you want to keep it on your person. You don't want to set your rifle down where it could potentially get taken by a bad person. You know what I mean? So having a sling definitely helps. I would definitely recommend running a sling on a rifle. So yeah, there's that. Obviously, the light, you want to be able to identify what it is that you might be shooting at. Got to be able to identify your target. What's past it and whatnot. Again, God forbid you ever find yourself in a situation like that. But if the time comes, then having a light will definitely help you a lot. In my opinion, I would steer away from magnified optics for a home defense rifle, because at close range it's a little bit harder to use a magnified optic like an ACOG or like a magnified scope, like something that's already, if I could put it in better perspective, something that's already like zoomed in a little bit, or whatever. Like, you definitely would want to steer away from those. There's a way to use them, obviously. Like, you could have a magnified optic on a rifle and you could be running, say, a 45-degree red dot like what I have here on this 300 blackout. Just make sure this gun's clear. Gun's clear, is good to go, safety's on. So, obviously it's an LPVO, so you could use one power as well. But even one power at close range, would be kind of hard because of the eye relief, you know what I mean? So having that 45-degree offset, a red dot on there, definitely helps, because if this is what you could grab at the time, then, you just flip it 45 degrees and you're able to use your red dot, so that's pretty good. So if you're going to have a magnified optic, I would definitely recommend running some kind of 45-degree, offset red dot or sights or something, so something to think about. What else? Let's see. So you want to have a light, you want to have a sling, you want to have a decent optic, backup sights definitely, and something that's not really talked about, some decent ammo too. This is kind of hypocritical because I don't really have home defense ammo for my ARs. I kind of just run M193s for home defense. So yeah, I definitely need to spend the money on something a little better, something better than just M193s or whatever. I have some green tips or whatever, but at the end of the day, like, I don't really run an AR for home defense. I prefer to use like a pistol because it's easier to use in tighter spots. But I do have one dedicated rifle that I use for home defense, and surprisingly it's not the two that I showed you guys. The reason why it's not the two that I showed you guys is because this rifle here is like my end of the world rifle. If red dot scenario happened tomorrow and this is the only thing I could grab, I would be more than happy to run this guy right here. So this guy, the only time it comes out of the safe is when I take it out to the range and get some rounds down range and just practice drills and stuff. But mainly my main home defense rifle that I run is this guy here. You guys have seen this guy before. I've done this rattle can paint job on here myself. Came out pretty good. Make sure the gun's clear. Gun's clear. Again, I'm in California, so you'll see some of my rifles have fin grips. Some of them have a fixed mag system like this guy. Yeah, this is kind of what I run. Obviously there's no sling on here, but I could always, usually I just switch my slings around. I do have an extra sling for this guy, but I'm waiting for a QD mount to get here, so I don't have to like loop the sling through here, because I don't really like doing that. I like to have the quick disconnect, so kind of waiting on that. I do have a light for this guy. Currently it's mounted on my 300 blackout that I showed you guys. Just want to try something out, see what it would look like. But this rifle here is honestly my main go-to. Here I have a 6 Hour Romeo 7 red dot. I know I said that the EOTech or like a holographic sight's a lot better, but red dots are good too for close range. But the reason why I use this guy for home defense is because This rifle here is my first rifle I ever owned. I've never had any issues with it, you know. However, this would be my cheapest rifle. You could say that I have, you know. This is, by the way, the chassis on this guy is a Smith and Wesson M&P Sport 2. Like, originally, this rifle, when I first got it, it just had the plastic handguard. It definitely didn't have this rail, and it just had basic stuff on there, like, you know, uh, God, what do you call this thing? It's late, you know, my brain's drawing a blank. Forward assist. God damn it. Kyle Rittenhouse wouldn't be very happy with me right now. But anyways, you know, it came with a forward assist. You don't really ever use that guy. It comes with a dust cover. What else did this guy come with that the original one didn't come with? I don't really remember what other features. But anyways, you know, this rifle has been more than reliable. So I love running this thing. I've shot thousands of rounds through this guy. Might have had one or two malfunctions that were due to a bad cheap hex mag, but you know, that's about it. Other than that, it's been reliable 100%. My other rifles I have, they've been reliable as well. I just don't have the round count that I have on this guy on them, you know, so I know this guy will run for sure. And yeah, it's the cheapest one, so God forbid if I ever find myself in a situation where I have to use it, you know, obviously there's always that chance that they're gonna have to take it and, you know, eventually maybe even destroy it if they don't give it back to you or whatever. So I'd feel a little better about giving this guy up, you know. But anyways, you know, that's a whole nother story there. But yeah, you know, this is my main home defense rifle. Again, I do have a light and I do have a sling for it. I know it sounds kind of hypocritical because I'm telling you to have a sling, have a light, and I don't have it on this guy for the time being. But yeah. So again, I'm in California, so it does look like a normal rifle. However, this rifle is a fixed mag rifle. So in order for me to remove the mag, I had to break the action, and then I'm able to engage the mag release here. Then reinsert the mag, close the action back up, pull the charging handle, good to go again. So yeah. The way I run it, you know, here in California, we have these mags here. I believe these are cross mags, or who makes this mag? Yep, it's a cross mag. So it's pretty much two 10-round mags that are coupled together. And in my opinion, if you live in California or a state that only allows you to run 10-round mags, this is a pretty good choice because you have 20 rounds on deck, ready to go on the gun already. And obviously, once you run through 10 rounds, you have to eject the mag, flip it upside down, and reinsert it. And yeah, but at least if you have a few of these laying around, you know, in my opinion, it's a lot of firepower. So, you know, there's definitely a way, you know, for you to have better capability to defend yourself and your family with these guys for sure. And generally, these run pretty reliably. So I never had an issue with these. So definitely look into these guys. So I run these type of mags, you know, on this rifle, just because, like I said, I could carry more rounds in here. So it's a good mag to run. But again, you know, you want to make sure you have a good optic. You don't have to spend a whole lot of money. You could buy something like what I did here with this 6-hour Romeo 7. It's pretty much, I guess you could say, a knockoff of an aim point. You know, it's not really a knockoff because it's not like a Chinese brand type of deal. I'm pretty sure this is probably made in China, but it's not like, what I'm trying to say is, it's not one of those cheap Amazon special optics. You know, like this optic here will run very well. I've put rounds out to like 300 yards with this guy on a 36-yard zero all day, every day. You know, no problem. You know, so you don't have to spend a whole lot of money on an optic. If you do have the funds to do it, I would recommend you spend a little more money on a better optic. If you can't, you know, then obviously go with a 6-hour Romeo 5 red dot, or even something like this. You know, it won't break the bank, and they're generally pretty good optics. You know, for home defense scenario, I don't see you going wrong with them. You know, so yeah. But another thing I would like to touch on is the ammo that you use for home defense. I generally just run M193s in this for home defense. I know that there's better ammo out there for like a home defense scenario. I just haven't. I just been cheap. I haven't spent the money on them. And generally, I don't really run a rifle for home defense. I love running pistols for home defense because they're just tighter. You could get around tighter spots a lot easier than with this. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. But yeah, hopefully this helps you guys. If you're looking to put together a AR-15 style rifle for a home defense application, I hope this really helps. Like I said, I would definitely steer away from magnified optics, and if you do absolutely have to run a magnified optic, I would highly recommend you run something like what I have on this rifle here, a 45-degree offset red dot, or even some iron sights. Would definitely be a big help. So yeah, if you're looking to put together your very own home defense AR-15 style rifle, hopefully this helps. And if you have any questions or anything, please feel free to comment, like and subscribe. I would ask that because I noticed that a lot of my viewers aren't subscribed. And the more viewers I have, I feel like it would definitely help me grow on this channel, and I could definitely bring better content to you guys. So again, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please comment, like, and subscribe. And see you guys in the next one.